computer. All right, so yes, we are live. We are live once again. What's going on, everyone? This is Zak Shahid. I'm just so very excited to be on this webinar tonight with my awesome mentor, Mr. Robert Hollis. Okay, if you guys have been following me for any amount of time, you know I always edify and brag on my millionaire mentor. You guys have heard me say, look, he's produced over 50 millionaires, right? And I'm like, I'm the next one. All right, so guys, tonight, you know, we're going to talk about what got Robert to come out of retirement, because some of you may not know that Robert Hollis has been retired from the industry of network marketing, MLM, for how many years now, Robert? You tell me, 'cause I'm not sure how many years you've retired.
Really 5 years, but solidly for 3 years. I haven't even been consulting for 3 years.
Wow. So 3 years out of the industry, guys, and, you know, just really more of a coach, a consultant. And now all of a sudden he's excited again, right? And he came out of retirement. So people are like, what in the world could it be to bring Robert Hollis out of retirement? And initially, you know, I went to Robert because my frontline team, they're awesome. Some of them are on here now, Marvin Sykes, Joyce, Bernita. They've been growing like crazy. So I said, hey, Zach is on here. The other Zach is on here. So we've been growing like crazy, right? So I said, Robert, my team is asking, can you please do like a webinar just to answer their questions, get everybody fast track? And he said, sure, why not? So the first thing I will tell you all is that I've never had an upline that was this accessible. Okay, let me say that is this accessible, especially somebody who's kind of like top of the ranks, you know. And Robert has been just so very accessible guy. He said, sure, Zach, why not? Let's do this webinar. Let's get their questions answered. But also, let's broadcast this on Facebook so we can let the rest of the world know what I'm excited about. And I said, man, that's going to be powerful, because for Robert to come out of retirement, guys, and get back into the industry, it has to be something good, right? It has to be something good. So, guys, get back. If you're a guest watching this, if you're on the Zooms, we're broadcasting on Zoom and Facebook Live. If you're somebody just taking a peek at this, and you're like, what's going on? I've been seeing Zach post about it. Robert's posting about it. I want more information. How can I get it? Guys, get back with the person who invited you to this webinar, okay, and ask them how you can get a free spot. You can become a pre-enrollee, right? So ask them how you can get that link to become a pre-enrollee, to check out, take a test drive on what we are doing, right? Do that tonight, guys. Success loves speed, okay? If you get excited at all tonight, don't wait until tomorrow. Get back with the person tonight and ask them for the link so you can take a test drive. So with that, guys, listen, we're going to jump right into it. I have the awesome Robert Hollis here. I respect his time. And, you know, Robert, I guess the first question I have for you, and everybody else wants to know, what brought you out of retirement, Robert? Like, why are you so excited?
Well, thank you so much, Zach. Can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear.
Okay. The first thing I want to say is the reason that I'm on this webinar is, if some of you know who Zach is, but I'm telling you, out of all the clients and students and people that I've had in 30 years, every once in a while you find an individual that is coachable. They go the extra mile. They want the best for them and their family. They're solution finders. They're not problem finders. And they just have a heart for people. And the reason that I'm on this webinar is because Zach's that kind of leader. He's one of those leaders that just really wants the best for his team. And this guy will relentlessly spend hours on personal development. We've spent hours together. And the reason that he's done that is because he really, truly believes in helping people. So pretty amazing. I don't know if, Zach, you see this Dee Dee Charles up here. You might have to mute her out so she's not on the screen.
Yeah, I just muted her, so we should be good.
Okay, cool. So thank you, Zach. Thank you, Zach. It's funny because Phil Jackson graduated from the same high school that I did, and he said that he would never be known as one of the best coaches in the world if it wasn't for Michael Jordan, you know, and Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal. So I'm getting known in the profession because of people like you, Zach. So thank you.
Hey, thank you, Robert. We appreciate everything you do, sir.
So with that said, what brought me out of retirement? Just like not looking for a relationship. I wanted to follow the steps and continue following the steps of Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn told me, Robert, and I miss him so much, He said, you know, you just want people to talk about you when you're no longer on this planet. So he says, if you ever hear anybody ever say their success story and your name comes up, their happiness story, your name comes up, that's what you need to do. And so I just felt I could make a bigger difference, Zach, just being a coach, a mentor to all kinds of people. And that has been such a blessing for me over the years. And what happened is my wife became Terry, one R, one I. I don't know why that irritates her, but everybody is mad when you can't spell their name correct and they spell it different than everybody else. It's pretty funny. It's like help you get a backbone, I guess. I don't know. But it's she all of a sudden became an empty nester and needed something, Zach, to become passionate about. She is without a doubt the best mom I've ever met. And she's a great grandma. And now it's like, hey, I got to do something. So she fell in love with animals. She all of a sudden felt like she could help people. She found all these sanctuaries with these animals that were rescuing these animals that were hurt. And they have doctor bills. It costs a lot to feed them. And she just started giving money to these nonprofit organizations and animal shelters. Well, the more she did, the more she loved it. And now she wants to give more, and she wants to go volunteer. She's in love with animals. She also she could help. Okay, Kimberly, you got to mute. And so the deal is, all of a sudden, what she did, I know that we don't mute her; she's echoing.
I am so sorry.
People, she found out. Okay. If you can mute Kimberly, with these animals that were rescuing these animals.
I got her.
Okay, cool. That's okay, Kimberly. People that are coming on, make sure you mute right away. And so all of a sudden she got this idea, Zach, that she maybe wants to start her own animal sanctuary. So I think, and I will hear that from her one day, is I just think her coming to me saying, I need extra money for this. You know, she's an independent woman. She's really, really a strong woman. And so she started looking for ways to make money online. Can you imagine living with me and you're in the other room looking? So she got involved in a number of different companies and online businesses and network marketing businesses. And immediately, Zach, she ran into the same problem that everybody that will ever watch this video. How do I get people that are interested? And how do I get them to listen and pay attention? How can I get them motivated and get them into action? And so she got like 16, 19 customers, but of course, none of them are doing nothing. They're all secret agents. And she finally was listening to her upline in this other company. And he said, I have made $54,000 in the last 7 months. And thank God, and I mean it, my wife went, my husband's made $73,000 in a week. Why am I listening to these people? Because I could never tell her to listen to me, Zach. She had to figure that out on her own. For some of you, that was a big wisdom bomb right there. You can't convince people that are close to you. Let somebody else do it. So the whole thing that happened then is she looked at me and she said, okay, if you were me, what would you do? And I said, step one, it's easier to get involved in momentum than create momentum. Creating momentum in a company that has no momentum is difficult. It's like being a star player, a football player, basketball player, and playing with a team that took last place. It's like you could be the best damn player in the world and the rest of the team is going. So, you know what I mean? And so she got my face and she said, you find it. And I went, wow, you know, I got some connections, a few of them. And I reached out and I said, who is making waves? Who is really, really making waves? And they told me the name of the company, MDC/HempWorks. And I just did my due diligence. I didn't want to talk to the owners or anything until I did my due diligence. And what I found was this system. So I find it and I put my name and email address in there and I'm just looking at stuff and all of a sudden I start getting emails and it's like ding, ding, ding. You got another affiliate, you got another affiliate, you got another affiliate. I'm like, what the heck is this? You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, like the third day it went, you had one of your people they upgraded. And I'm like, Pre-Enrollee to an affiliate. And see, for those of you that are listening, this is the genius of this system. I call Josh Zegwell the Elon Musk of marketing. That's my new phrase. I named him today. And he put this system together where you got a guy that does not want to get out of retirement, and it's picking on me. You know what I mean? It's like ding, ding, it's picking on me. And then I go in the back and I look at it and I click on, Terry's name. It was, I upgraded it, just got $20 in one bottle. And I tried the product out. Then I reached out to the leaders of the company, and they all recently, in the last 7 to 10 months, Zach, all came from other companies to this company. And they weren't making money in the other company, but now they're making 50, 60,000 in 7 months.
Wow.
Judy just hit super affiliate. For you guys that don't know anything about business, you'll understand this. She did last month $1 million in volume.
Wow.
And she's been with this company 10 months. So you don't have to, I don't want to understand the comp plan. You got $1 million in volume in a month, you're making money. You could have the worst comp plan in the world, Zach, and be making more money than most people. So that got me a little excited. Then Terry and I tried the products. You guys, if you know me, how I got in this profession, a van fell off a hoist, and I was so smart I tried to stop it, and it just totally destroyed my knee. And so I'm taking this stuff and the CBD, and what blew me away is the first 3 days I went, I can't tell if it's doing anything. And Jenna, said, go off the product. I go, what? Yeah, just go off the product. The product's designed so you say, I feel awesome. I don't feel like it's doing anything. So when I went off the product, my knee pain hurt me that night when I went to bed. And I went, wow, did I just get used to that? I just got used to the pain. And so other things, the energy I got now, I feel like I'm 20 freaking years old. I'm 56. And so I'm running 16-hour days again. But that's what got me out, Zach. What got me out was my wife asked me for help. And so she supported and loved me, taking care of 4 boys, and I'm one of them. She's been dedicated to me and my family for 35 years in our family. And so if she wants help, I'm going to help her. So what happened? I jumped in and started sending emails and messages out to people that I'm thinking about coming out of retirement and sharing it with the world. And I think that's 22 days ago. And we had over 5,000 people that have pre-enrolled, took in the test drive and gone through the information. 706 of those upgraded. That drove my wife from 0 to 25K in 12 days. And the amount of people that are getting checks right now, including you, you know what I mean? It's just like, man, these are people I know that call me up crying saying, I've never made any money in anything. And one lady tell me, if I could just be in a company one time where I made enough to cover auto ships. So top plan pays out 85%. Wizards at the company, they did $7 million last month. They're just on fire. And I'll be humble enough to say this, Zach, you've heard me say this already. The last time I got in a company and broke all my personal records, which are really the records of a lot of people, it took me 90 days to take my son, Robert Hollis Jr., and take him from 0 all the way to a $3,200 weekly check. The position was called Diamond. It was the same amount of volume, 25,000. And it was on his birthday, April 6th, just a few days ago. And he was jacked out of his mind, man. You hit one of the top corporate positions and get a check for $3,200 in a week. I mean, you're golden, man. You're golden. And we used that story for me to make $12 million. He made a couple million. So you build that story and everybody wants that story. I get my wife in this company, and her third check, her first check was $70, second check was $1,100, her third check was $5,700. And I did that in 12 days instead of 90 days. So I'd like to tell everyone here that I'm an excellent driver, but I am faster in a Roadster Tesla than I am in a Rolls-Royce Ghost. And the Rolls-Royce Ghost is freaking fast. So thank you, Zach. So that's why I came out of retirement. And I've been very, very blessed to actually attract, incredible people like you, Zach. So that's the little story. I mean, their comp plan is 85%. The product line is second to none. I love the owners. They're young. They're young. Josh Zegwell is built organizations of over 52,000 people at the age of 19 using online stuff. And so that's why the world goes, I don't know this kid. Yeah, you didn't know Mark Zuckerberg either until he became a billionaire.
Right. Absolutely. So Robert, let me ask you this, because you said your wife got you back in. This marketing system is phenomenal. So what do you say to that person that's watching this video? They may be in a company, right? They don't understand momentum, because what I've been hearing, Robert, is, well, Zach, I'm already in the company. I love my company, but reality, some of them are not even making money with the company, right? And the company doesn't have momentum. So what do you say to somebody that's checking this out that may be in an MLM? They say they love what they do, but no.
Yeah. Everything that we know, Zach, I have a book, and one of the phrases I say in there is, if what you know that you know that you know is true, and it wasn't, when would you like to know? And one of the things that we do is we believe, and I know this is going to sound brutal, but we're talking about the Me Too movement, right? And I'm such a supporter of that. And, all of a sudden when it comes out, you always hear the same thing from people that are around other abused people. They go, why do you stay? Why do you stay? And they go, I don't know. That is exactly why people stay in companies too long. It's not that I don't want to correlate the example, but you get around people, they're friends, they're everything, and all of a sudden it comes into a thing where, you're doing it because of comfort. You forgot the reason that you got in the company to begin with. The reason you got involved in the company to begin with, and if you're like me, you put God first, your family second, and you third. My business is fourth. My business is fourth. My business is fourth. You see that? And so I got involved in this profession so that I could spend more time with my family, get out of my junk job, and actually make enough money to do choices and give money to charity. That's the reason I did it. And so thank God, I mean this, man. I look at my life, and my mentor set me up from get-go. Set me up from get-go. He was saying, Robert, we build this system, and you know what? The marketing arm can change at any moment. If we build this large team of successful people that love helping people, we can change the vehicle at any time. So some of you need more vehicles in the garage. And sometimes you can take the reliable vehicle that you better be looking when you merge on the freeway. And then sometimes it's better to take the Tesla Roadster, where you don't have to worry by looking over your shoulder if you're going to make it. It's like you just hit it and go. And so for some of you, I would tell you that you need to try out this system just so you could go back and beg to your company to please step into year 2018. I'm not trying to be rude, but the friends that I have in other companies, they're still using analog flip phones. And I go, hey, text me that. My phone doesn't text. Well, take a picture where you are. My phone doesn't take pictures. And it's like, come on, man. Get a new phone, and it's like, so that's what the technology is. You take a test drive. I can guarantee your company's not marketing this product. I guarantee it, because you think it's the product and you don't understand it's the system. So if I can bring in more people than you, I always had this friend. Okay, please mute.
Yeah, please mute your phone if you're on the Zoom. Please mute out your device.
And so, yeah, that's what I would say to people. I would say to people, you know, I love the video that I did today. I want to respect who you are in the vehicle that you're in. But if I pulled up next to you in a parking lot with a brand new Tesla Roadster and said, hey, Zach, you want to test drive it? I would just say yes. It doesn't mean that I can afford it. It doesn't mean I can buy it. It doesn't mean that I like electric cars. It doesn't mean that I like fast cars. It's just, hey, you know.
Right. Somebody go. The device. Your device. Let me see who that is. Hold on, Robert. Mute on. Let me do this. And then let me unmute Robert. All right. There we go.
Cool.
All right, cool.
Yeah, when you say do that, I know what you're doing. So I hope that answered that question. I would just like people, before they put their head in the sand, you know, that a lot of people did that when Blockbuster. I still know some people that would love to go pick up their videos. They just don't have a VHS player anymore. I'm so old, there was betas in there. Beta tape, Sony beta tape, yeah.
Yes. Like Robert, so one thing I say I love about this company, and when I saw you come out of retirement from it, is the marketing side, because, you know, my background is affiliate marketing and doing capture pages and tracking numbers. And it's like, this company gives us all of that. But I'm just like, what? There were other companies that said, oh, no, social media marketing, bad Zach. No social media marketing. This company is embracing it. And like you said, it's like, hey, kind of how Blockbuster went out of business because they didn't want to keep up with Redbox. Now, guess what? Even Redbox has to keep up with all this other technology that's going on. Like, you have to keep up with the changing of the times. And this system that we have, oh my goodness. Like you said, Robert, I was in 5 days and like, wham, people are signing up. And they're like, how did Zach rank up in such a short period of time? It is because the marketing system is just so awesome. So, you know, take a test drive, guys. If you it seems
well, you know, let's talk about that for just a minute, Zach, because, you know, you're a marketer. You've done affiliate marketing and done a lot of stuff online. I haven't. So when my son looked at it and he goes, Dad, there's a contact manager back here that's got all their information when they fill it out. And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, they allow you to upgrade it? I mean, export it? Are you kidding me? You could take those 5,000 people that you just put in the system and export them? And I went, yeah. And he goes, they got statistics on how many people are hitting your capture pages. They already gave you capture pages. They actually give you source code that you can put on the link so you know what you're doing for advertising. Some of you have never run advertising ever. I ran advertising my second week in network marketing 30 years ago. That's the kind of madman I was mentoring from, you know. So yeah, when you can do things that other companies won't allow you to do, and you don't learn this stuff because you can't track it, you know, it's like, wow, I'm learning so much. And I know that I'm on the right path because I've attracted some of the best marketers, not network marketers, some of the best marketers on the planet. And they're going in for a test drive, looking at everything, looking at the statistics and stuff, and then they're calling me up and saying, I'm ready to run. And so I got so many secret agents in my business right now. Can I just take a spot? Yeah, you can. Jump in.
Hey, but again, I love this system because for me as a marketer, like you said, being able to look at the numbers so I can know how to scale up, I was like, wow, I can't believe they give us all this so I can export my contacts out. And I'm looking at this comp plan, and today I said to myself, Robert, I'm going to make my weekly checks look like monthly checks. Like,
amen.
Man.
Amen. And this is a good time for us to say, you know, if you're watching this video recorded or live, please, please, please get back to the person that told you about this. So, you know, it's very, very important. I call it sponsor karma. And so if someone sends you a link, it's like dancing with the person that went to the dance with you. You know, the system is awesome. You should be independent. You should be an independent affiliate. You got to learn the skills, and we'll show you the skills. So when people say, hey, you know, I'll just go to Robert's link and sign under Robert, you don't know what leg I'm building. You don't know what leg I'm building. You could be on an inside leg of one of my sons. You want to hook up with the person that I'm helping, like Zach and his team. Make sure you get back to the people that sent you here so we can get you to the right people. You got 49 people on here, Zach. Congratulations, man. That's awesome.
Hey, thank you. So, Robert, so for anybody who's a pre-enrollee watching this, because I had this question come to me earlier today. So what is my next step, Zach? And for me, I'm going to tell you guys what my next step was, right? My next step was listen to Robert. That's it. I mean, people ask me all the time, I've been getting so many messages, Zach, how did you come in this company? And it's just like boom, 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 boom. I say, guys, I listen to Robert. When Robert says post this, I go post it. When Robert says enroll this many people, I go enroll. I just listen to Robert. So that being said, Robert, if anybody's a pre-enrollee or thinking about getting in, once they get in, what should be their next steps?
Well, I want to tell everybody on here, get with the person that put you on here. And if you're even thinking about considering to evaluate, want to talk to your parakeet or dog, you know, I know I did a post this day about overthinking. You know, it's like, you know, people think and they don't do. At least get asked to be accepted to our vision team group, because I have training in there, we have documentation, we have success stories. So get back with the person and join that group, look through all the stuff to get the feel good enough to be a pre-enroller. If you are a pre-enroller and you haven't made up your mind, you need to go to the group. So I have so much videos in there and so much documentation. I do trainings, and it's funny, it takes 4 years, if not more years, to get a degree to make 100,000 or 200,000. You know, I make that in a month. So if you see some of my training videos and you go, well, they're 2 or 3 hours long, that's more than 4 years. You know what I mean? Just watch the video. I've done my very best in 3 videos that I've just shared my heart, what made me successful, what I did, what others could do. And we already got success stories of people that have already hit 10K rank in 12 days. So, you know, so Zach knows who Melody is, and that's probably one other reason that he's here. So yeah, for those of you that are just kicking the tires, go to Vision Team Group tire kicker site.
Oh man, yeah. So we do have a Facebook group, guys, for our entire team and our pre-enrollees. So you know, we'll plug you guys into that. You can watch all the videos that Robert is speaking to you about. But guys, yeah, just get back to the person who shared this video with you and ask them to become a pre-enrollee so you can test drive the system, right? Because this system, I'm telling you, we're going to create the most 6- and 7-figure earners this year. And you do not, trust me, you do not want to be that person that says, I was on that Facebook Live, I was on that Zoom, and now I'm seeing people just boom, 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 making full-time incomes, okay, in a couple of months. Because if I'm not mistaken, Robert, I think that you said in the first 12 days, you helped 3 people in a full-time income.
Yep.
Boom.
Yeah, Janessa, that's never made a dime. Janessa in Canada, that's never made a dime in network marketing ever. Her last week check was over $1,000 in Canada. I think that was her second check. So I don't know how many people could live on $1,000 extra a week, but it's good. Melody, her checks are even bigger than my wife's. Her check was $461, I think, was her first check, and the other one made her total over $3,200. So she made $3,200 in 2 weeks. So it definitely is the system. And so, Zach, if you don't mind, I want to flip the script here.
Yeah.
Tell the viewers, because there's going to be a lot of viewers that are going to stumble across Zach's video and they don't know Zach from Adam, right? So why did Zach jump off a cliff knowing that he was going to get his wings on the way down?
Hey, well, let me tell you. So for those of you who are new to my page, never heard of Zak Shahid before, guys, I started my network marketing journey back in 2002. My first company, we sold vitamin shakes. I probably know what company that is. The company's still around, but, you know, I had some success, but I didn't have a lot of success like Robert's talking about. I made a little bit of money, but never really made any life-changing income. So I got out the industry for a while, and then when I got back into 2014, I joined a company that did have some momentum. Then all of a sudden, the company goes away. And at that time, I was like, oh my, like, what am I going to do? Company, I branded myself totally, talking about this company. The company goes away. So now I'm back to square one again. So I said, you know what? I'm going to just lay back and just learn affiliate marketing. Because I was dabbling in affiliate marketing at the time. So I started doing affiliate marketing, learning how to drive traffic. So I initially said, I am not going to get back in MLM again. I'm just going to do affiliate marketing. So a couple of years later, I found another MLM, and awesome company, great leader. I will never say anything bad about them, but the only thing I will say is, like Robert said earlier, they did not want to embrace the social media side. So when Zak comes in and like, hey, I'm a marketer. Like, I want to learn how to market. So I know how to promote on social media. I know how to drive traffic. But they're like, no, can't do that bad, Zak. So Zak is like, no, I can't. I say it's my business. So I want to build my business the way I want to build it. So I'm like, you know what? Love you guys. I'm out. Okay, I'm out. So lo and behold, I find Robert Hollis, and I think I met him through Melody, if I'm not mistaken. Like, Melody connected me to Robert. I started listening to all his videos. Matter of fact, you were doing Ask Me Anything about a year ago, Robert. Like every single week. Yeah, you were doing Ask Me Anything, and I would jump on, I would listen. So then Melody reached out to me, got me plugged into your coaching, and I've been following you ever since. And Robert's message just related with me so well, because he always says documentation beats conversation, right? Find you a documented mentor, get onto their coattail, just follow everything you do, get in front of that freight train, right? So Robert's teaching us everything I knew was right for me to be doing. I'm like, man, this is awesome. I felt at home, but Robert didn't have an MLM. So at the time, Robert's just coaching, he's training. You know, he started the full-time network marketer, the group, and some other things that we had going on. So I'm in these groups, and I'm just like, I still haven't found an MLM that I wanted to embrace yet. So when Robert comes out and say, hey guys, I'm out of retirement, you know, I'm going to finally show you guys exactly how to make a full-time income in MLM. I'm going to do it with you. So it's not like I'm just telling you how to do it, right? You know, because as you guys can see all the trophies behind him, he has built these companies to the top positions before, right? So now Robert says, guys, you have a chance to build it with me. And he said, guess what? There's a marketing system. I said, wait a minute, marketing system? So listen, I take the free tour. I'm looking at this system, and I'm like, oh, my mind was blown, guys, because when I first started to learn how to market online, I literally used to want to take my computer, bang it with a hammer, and throw it across the room. Okay? Because I didn't know what a capture page was. I didn't know how to drive traffic. But guys, in this system, they give you done-for-you capture pages, okay? They give you a CRM. They give you all the tracking and coding. There's even a training back there from Todd Falcone, okay, on prospect. I'm just like, wow, this is what I was looking for. I was looking for a company that was going to let Zak be Zak. Zak loves to market, okay? And if you love offline stuff, still do your offline stuff. But I was excited about this marketing system and how it's set up to where all I have to do is drive traffic to that capture page, and all of my pre-enrollees are getting notifications saying, hey, you have 10 people under you. Hey, somebody just signed up. Hey, Zak just sponsored 5 people under you. So now my people are messaging me. My good friend, he sent me a message saying, Zak, the system just told me I have 80 people under me. Is this true? I said, yes. Go log in to your pre-enrollment back office, click on genealogy, and it's going to show you everybody that I've already put on your team. So if you do not upgrade before them, okay, you're going to lose that volume, guys. So I got excited about that because I have people that I'm personally connected to that never made money in MLM, never sponsored anybody before. And now, guys, they are seeing the spillover. They are seeing the people upgrade. They're like, this system is awesome. So we, again, guys, we are going to produce the most 6- and 7-figure earners this year. Okay, so I highly recommend this year, not next year, this year. Okay, so we highly recommend you get back with the person that shared this video, ask them for their link So you can take a test drive, guys, because you do not want to miss out. So, guys, if you can't tell, I'm excited. You know, that's why I got plugged in. Robert is documented. What else, guys? He's produced 53 millionaires. What else I have to say? He's hit the top ranks in every MLM he's been a part of. Okay? Hey, Rob, I got to say this, right? I have to say this because the last MLM I was in, I'll never forget, we were on a training, and I can't remember which training it was, but you said, go to your upline and ask them, when is the last time you hit the top of a comp plan? And Robert, if you know me, Zach went to go ask. Okay? So I go and say, hey, no disrespect, but when is the last time you hit the top, like the top of the company? In any company, they're like, well, I haven't done that yet. I'm like, okay, well, my mentor, Robert Hollis, is documented for doing that. Okay, so yes, I'm going to listen to Robert. So guys, I listen to Robert. I get results. I share my results with my team. So I cannot stress enough to get back with the person who invited you to get that pre-enrollee.
Yeah, and I got another one too. Jeff Roberti, it was my upline in my first network marketing company. He's made over $100 million in commissions. And so I said this to him the last time I spoke at a Ray Higdon event. And I said, he goes, so what's your new criteria? That's what he always tells me. And I said, see your cell phone? Yeah. I said, I want you to speed dial somebody in your organization. And I don't care who it is. And when you hand me the phone, this is what I'm going to say. Hey, Zach, this is Robert Hollis. Yeah. Listen, how much are you making a month? I need to see your back office, and I want to know how much Jeff had to do with you making that money. And he went, ouch. And I went, because the skills in life is not to be learned and then hoarded. The skills in life are meant to be mastered so you can teach others to do the same. I grew up in martial arts. The goal was to be a brown belt so that I could be an assistant instructor to help white and yellow belts. Once I got my black belts, and my sons have gotten black belts, then one day you want to instruct other people in that art. That isn't network marketing. And network marketing, you got people that don't know that second level of skills to teach other people to out-earn them. So now they're doing nothing but just hustling and hustling and hustling and hustling and throwing a bunch of spaghetti against the wall. Some sticks, some doesn't. And if you walk up and said to them, I want you to mentor me, they wouldn't know what to tell you. Hey, I'll drop everything. I'll finance my home. I'll give you 10 grand. You get me to 10 grand a month. They don't know what to tell you. They don't know what to tell you. So 9 of my 53 millionaires own their own network marketing companies that make hundreds of millions of dollars. I've created, just like Phil Jackson, I've created players that won more MVPs than me. And that's what I'm about. I'm about, hey, Robert Hollis was that guy that made all those people millionaires. It's like, it wasn't about him. So that's true. So you want to end it here, or you want to open it up for questions? What do you want to do, Zach?
Let's do some Q&A real quick, Robert. Like I said, I initially wanted my team to come on here and chat with you. So
you know what? I want you to do something really quick, though.
Yeah.
Because I'm understanding editing this video. So why don't you go ahead and just say, thank you very much, Robert, for coming on here. Get back with the people that introduced you here, and we'll take care and God bless. And then we'll stop there and then go into Q&A.
Okay, cool. So thank you, Robert Hollis, for doing this video. We appreciate you coming in, sharing your time with us. So with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. So God bless. Thanks for showing up, everybody.
Thank you for coming. Appreciate you. Q&A.
All right, so we're going to open this up to Q&A. So anybody that has a question, you can.
I did see Bernita. Bernita was asking, she said she's already in a travel company, and due to circumstances and being all over the place, I haven't become successful yet. So I know it's not the company, the company. But now that I've been introduced to MDC and would like to try it as well due to the system and product, but can you actually do 2 MLM businesses? I mean, market. There's 2 answers to that, Bernita. One, yes, you absolutely can. The reason I say that is because if you're currently working a job and you go to a company and say, hey, listen, I got a job. Is it okay to be an affiliate rep with you? And they say, absolutely. So, Bernita, even though I haven't met you in person, I can tell just by your first name that you're a multitasker. And here's what happens in all businesses. You want to consistently take on other things because you want to see if it's going to get you passionate or not. So everyone says, well, can I do 2 businesses? I would always say, you know, you don't know how good the Tesla drives and sounds and doesn't make any noise and how good it handles until you test drive it. Once you test drive it, you come back and you go, listen, honey, I think we're upgrading. So I hope that answered your question. And for people to say, well, you know, it's in multiple things or it's the same industry. You know what? You're either making money or you're not. If you were making any money on a monthly basis so you didn't have to work again, you wouldn't be asking if you could do 2 companies. You would say, I'm not interested. So I know people that make 6 figures a month that are in this company right now. They make 6 figures a month in another company, and their company will not turn. They will not adapt. They're a Kodak and a Blockbuster, and they know they're on their way out. Blockbuster has made virtually every network marketing company that's over 5 years old go down in sales over the last 5 years. So you got to rethink what you're doing.
Absolutely.
So thanks for the question.
Yeah, so we have a question on Facebook, Robert. I think it's a good one. That says, how do you grow when you don't have a lot of contacts?
There's over 2 billion people on Facebook. And that's who I run ads. I will teach you how to run ads. I go after direct targeted markets, and probably 99% of all the people that I have in my group out of the 706 people are people that I didn't know. So when I started marketing, I was taught by my mentor to put ads in the local newspaper. So everyone in my group has always been people I don't know. So great question.
Yes.
Put ads in newspapers.
Yeah, but that was a while ago.
I know.
So somebody says on Facebook, is there a video that explains this system? Yes. Get back with the person that shared Facebook Live with you and ask them for their link so you can sign up as a pre-enrollee. All the videos are back there, guys. So once you sign up as a pre-enrollee, all the videos are there. You can learn about the products. You can learn about the comp plan. And you can also click on that little tab that says genealogy, and it's going to show you everybody that's being placed on your team, right? So the beauty that I love about the system, again, is that I can give somebody the gift of a downline. Okay? And if Javier is on here right now, Javier was one of the first persons to take action, right? So Javier is like the top of my, he's on my, I think, left leg. So Javier has like over 50 people, okay, on his team because Javier took action. Javier messages me all the time and says, Zach, the spillover is great. So,
yeah, it's funny. If I could tag on to that a little bit, Zach, someone asked me the other day, they were saying, I don't understand why this system works. And it's just like taking a test drive. It's like I used to get mad at people all the time because they go, will you explain this to me? And I go, listen, if you've never tasted ice cream before, I'm supposed to tell you how it tastes? Here, taste the ice cream. But one of the things in online marketing, Zach, I know really, really strong. Don, please mute yourself. Don, please mute yourself. Yeah, Don Lewis, please mute yourself. Okay, Zach, I can't hear. I wonder if he'll.
All right, I think we're good. Okay,
cool. So one of the things that I told a person is when I stepped away from network marketing, and let me guys give you $200,000 worth of coaching right here. You ready? is I paid coaches to learn how to make millions of dollars online without network marketing. The very first thing they told me is, Robert, when you market, give away a gift. So I gave away my best-selling book on Amazon. How is that working? I gave that book away, Zach, to get people, hundreds of thousands of people, to enter into my system so that they could get to know, like, and trust me, and then I would share one of my programs with them. Okay? And you said it perfectly. I'm going to use your lines. I know you're an awesome marketer. And so I said, now what I give them is the effective presentation or the tour, the test drive. And while they're test driving the vehicle, I'm giving them a downline. I go, if you could have anything, tell me what you want. Do you want a free 3-video course? Do you want a PDF download of a book? Do you want to be added to my group for free? Or do you want me to put a bunch of people under you? Pick one. So, yeah,
Awesome.
really good one.
Oh, here's a good one here, Robert, about duplication. So it says, we talk about making sure we do things that duplicate. How does MDC maintain the duplication law? Is it important to keep it simple?
Yes, how you duplicate, and a lot of people that suffer in network marketing will not do this. They will not. I do this. First thing in marketing is you got to differentiate yourself from everybody else. What makes you unique? And so with MDC, there's a lot of uniqueness to it, but the system makes it super unique. The product, CBD, makes it really unique. I, in 30 years, just watched my wife this week get a global bonus check as a rep. People don't know this. Janessa, you know, part of her check as a brand new person that came in had $40 worth of PD. Cost of getting in was under $100, Zach. And she went out and she recruited 16 people that did the same thing. And she made $1,000, and she's not even at the first promoted position like you. I'm like, what company does that? What company gives a share of stock to somebody that spent less than $100 with them? Nobody. Because I made companies billions of dollars and didn't get profit sharing. Didn't get bonus pool, you know. So the thing that's duplication with this company is that system. So you want to keep it simple. And the thing that I've always done, whoever asks that question, is I just give it up and edify and promote what the uniqueness of that company is. That's what I do. And I don't make me the deal, I make the company the deal. And so part of that was me edifying and promoting my upline. Bill Gould was my first mentor. And when I met him, he was making $62,000. So it was easy for me, Zach, to duplicate, because they would say, I would even put it in my first initial talk to them, Zach, so they wouldn't bother me. I would say, hey, Zach, my name's Robert. I'm an auto mechanic on workman's comp, make less than $900 a month. See, let's just get that off the table. So when you say, well, how's this work? And I'm like, why are you asking me? I just told you that I make $900, but I'm going to introduce you to a guy in a system. And he's made over 53 millionaires, you know, a million a year. Would you just plug into his Facebook group and listen to him? Zach, I think you could possibly be smarter than me, you know, more motivated than me, more driven than me. So I need to hook you to the source. And why other people struggle in network marketing, and it's not duplicatable, is they make them the deal. Well, listen closely. People don't duplicate, systems do. So there's people out there that are practicing on their skills, and they want to be good presenters and good trainers and write a book and everything. Well, guess what? Your group can't do that. So I busted my butt in network marketing to be a good presenter, Zach. And the very first thing that I did is paid $20,000 to have it professionally videotaped and put it on a DVD and put 780,000 people in a company in 4 years. Because you know why? That presentation was the same every freaking time. So I powered people with Robert in their pocket. It's like, hey, look at here, because that's what I did with the VHS. Now we live in 2018, and people can watch everything that we're doing online, including this stream.
Awesome, awesome. So
Great question.
a great question. Look, and the next question, we can actually still tie in the duplication because somebody asked, Joyce asked here, when we get pre-enrollees, how do we get them to upgrade right now? I want you guys to listen to this because y'all gonna see how Zach duplicates. So some of y'all asked me that question already. So watch how Robert answers the question. And if you heard Zach say the same thing, just type it yes in the comments. So how do we get people to upgrade from pre-enrollees, Robert?
Well, first of all, you guys already know how smart Zach is. So what he does stuff different than a lot of you. Whatever I do to Zach, he copies it. So it's like, wow, that's how he got me to upgrade. That's what I'm going to do to get people upgrade. So step one is when they show up in your contact manager. Yeah, can you believe that? Your pre-enrollers show up in your contact manager that's given to you. When you go back there, you're going to see their email address. Make sure that you reach out to them if they're not already on Facebook and invite them to the group. Get them plugged into the group, because as soon as you go in there and you welcome them, they see everyone's in there. The very first thing is social proof. I'm not doing this alone. So we've had like over 1,300 people that just plugged into the vision group in the last week. So we know something's happening there. The second thing that you do is you got to lead by example, man. You got to just be out there posting and sharing the message, because the worst thing that you could do is have someone that gets in your organization as a pre-enroller and no one ends up showing underneath them, making the system tick. So putting someone in there and hoping that they figure it out, it's not the way to do it. Run as hard as you can, as fast as you can, so you actually start delivering pre-enrollees in people's system, because they're going to see what you did, so they'll do the same thing. Lastly, on Thursday night, Pacific time, that's the only question I've got so far, Zach. People go, well, what if they ask you a question? Here's the only question that I get every Thursday. Is the cutoff time East Coast time or Pacific time? And I'm like, why are you asking? Well, I got to know. Well, for you, it's Pacific time. You're lucky. You got some more time. But it's hilarious that sense of urgency, that people don't want to lose something, but they don't want to gain anything. It's bizarre, the human being. So then what I do is that Thursday, I'm taking screenshots of people's back offices. So I go in there, I find them, I copy, their team, and it says that, like you said, they got 22 people underneath them and, $800 worth of volume. And I send it to them on their Facebook or their email, and I'm going like, you're not going to miss out on this, are you? It is like, well, what is that? I've actually sent screenshots, Zach, to people that every email from the system was going in their spam, and they hadn't had a time to take a tour. So then I send them that. They see it. They go, what do you mean I got people underneath me? That is like the best comeback you could have. What do you mean, Zach, I got people under me already? What are you talking about? All of a sudden they're interested. It's hilarious. And so that's when you can tell them, listen, for under $100, you can secure your spot, not lose anybody, and get a bottle, of whatever product you want, and then check out the system. And it's funny how fast they get engaged. It's like, it's good. So I hope, Zach, that's what you're teaching.
Hey, that's exactly it, Robert. Hey, I tell them, take that screenshot and send it to them every Thursday and say, hey, okay,
Yeah.
these are people you have on your team.
Hello. So
That's it.
Here. Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
And Gail, to answer your question, yes, the system does place people automatically for you. So, initially you can have it set up to like alternate legs, but it places people on your team, for you. So you don't go in there and place people. The system does it. So it's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So what other questions we guys have? Listen, we have my mentor on here. He spent almost an hour with us already. So what other questions we have? How many more questions you want to take, Robert?
No, I just wanted to say that I do have to go in 2 minutes. So
okay. Well, hey, one more question.
Sure, one more question.
One more question. Who has a question for Robert? Because he does have to go. So while we're waiting on that question, again, guys, get back with the person that shared this broadcast with you. Get their link tonight so you can become a pre-enrollee. You'll see the entire system. You get to see the videos, how the comp plan works, the products that we offer. You'll get to click on that tab that says genealogy, and it will show you everybody that's already on your team. Okay, here's the question. So, and I think I asked this question too, Rob, when I first got started, right? What is the first leg to build?
Say?
What is the first leg to build?
What's the first leg to build? Very quick answer. What you do is when I get in, the very first thing that I set mine on, and it's already preset there, as alternate. It puts people in your left and your right, left and your right, left and your right. But you're running a business here. Start thinking like a business owner. So you should be logging in. Me, I think I'm in it all day. You know, I'm just I'm just watching it constantly. And what you really want to pay attention to is, in a perfect world, you'd want to balance. You'd want to balance both your legs if you could do it perfectly. If you see my back office, it would spook you guys out. Because, you know, so far we're on the leaderboard again, Terry's spot. I think I got 9 on the left, 9 on the right that are personally enrolled. You know, I'm really good at doing that because I make it a goal to do that. When you're with somebody that's running just a little bit faster than you, then what you want to do is you always want to look in, say to yourself, what leg has the least amount of volume in it? Not people, volume. And you want to say, okay, if this leg is less than this one's got, you know, 200 in volume, this one's got 100, then set it to that leg. Set it to the leg with the least amount of volume. And if you're around someone like Zach, then your goal is to make sure to one day say, my pay leg finally beat you. So your goal is to do that. So me, I alternate. I look at it all the time. It'd be perfect to have both legs doing exactly the same value. You maximize the compensation plan that way. And in my last company, Zach, so you know this, I changed legs in 4 years 6 times. So my goal, for some of you want to know where money comes from, it comes from taking the time to teach other people to be successful. And my last binary company was Gano Excel. I started in 2009. I did $1 billion in volume in 4 years, 480,000 people. And I had 4 people on the left side, 5 people on the right side that all made $1 million a year.
Wow.
So that's how you make, you know, 2.5, 2.6 million a year on residual income. You do it on purpose. you don't make millions of dollars a year by accident unless you're playing the lotto. Okay, I got to go and be respectful to this other guy. Zach, thank you so much. For those of you that don't know Zach, and he was nice enough as a team player to open up this video to anybody out there. You know, make sure you connect with him. Zach is an incredible leader, and I would not be on this Zoom if I didn't know more about him than you do. Did you catch that? The reason I say that is because I'm attaching my reputation of 30 years onto Zach, and he's worthy and he's deserving. So thank you very much, Zach.
Hey, thank you, Robert. We appreciate your time. So everybody, get back with the person who shared this video with you. When you join our team, we'll give you all the training you need. So get excited, get plugged in tonight. And thank you again, Robert. And we'll see you guys later inside the group.
You bet. God bless. Good night.
Y'all.
Don't forget that you can do this, man.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
Okay, bye-bye.